At Perth Airport, a passenger's nervous behaviour has caught the attention of Officer Scott.
I've just met a passenger outside who's first time a traveller to Indonesia. He's travelling by himself. He seems pretty uneasy, so we're going to pull him in and have a quick look through his bag.
This is my first time in Bali, and I had the trip booked for me and my girlfriend, but she pulled the pin, and I was going to chuck the whole bloody thing in, and all my mates said, no, go. So I ended up going, and it was all right. I mean, enjoyed myself, what can I say, you know?
During the bag search, Officer Scott has discovered some pills that need to be identified.
And it's an antibiotic?
Yeah.
Where did you purchase it?
At the chemist in Legon Street. The address is there.
What did you need it for?
Well, you know, coordinating down there, having sex with all these girls.
Okay, so you've taken some already then?
Yeah, I've taken about 6 or 7 of them in the past week.
A baggage swab will help determine if the passenger has recently been in contact with any illegal drugs.
You seen this before? You know what it's looking for?
Yeah, looking for drugs. I don't take drugs, mate.
Fantastic. You see any drug use while you're away or come into contact with any drugs at all?
Yeah, they sell a lot of drugs on the streets here in Bali.
So did you see much?
No.
Do you see much drug use? Or do you come into contact with any drugs at all while you're away?
No, mate.
Okay.
This test can detect traces of a wide variety of illegal substances. All passengers arriving in Australia must fill out an incoming passenger card. The card is a legal document and must be completed truthfully. Making a false or misleading declaration can have severe consequences.
I'll just ask you a couple of questions before we open the bag. Are these your cards?
Yeah.
And these are your signatures?
Yeah, of course.
Right. You read these questions?
Yeah.
Did you understand the questions?
Of course.
And this is your bag?
Yeah.
You packed it?
No,
Who packed it?
my mum.
Your mum.
This may pose a problem for this student arriving back in Melbourne from China to continue his study.
Do you know what's in your bag?
Yeah.
You know what's in your bag?
Yeah.
OK. So, although your mum packed it, you still know what's in your bag?
Not exactly.
Not
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
So how did you fill the card out if you're not aware of what's in your bag?
No, just to ask, anything wrong with it or not?
OK, so you asked your mum and you trust that your mum knows what can come into Australia and what
It
can't.
should be, yeah.
Your mum should know what can come into Australia and what can't. She's been trained as a quarantine officer, has she?
I don't know.
Yeah, probably not. OK, so we're going to open that up and we'll have a look. So what are these products?
It's jerky.
What is it?
It's jerky.
Jerky.
Yeah.
OK, so you read question 6 again for me and tell me where you think your mum may have gone wrong.
In Sydney, an Irish passenger has just arrived from Thailand. He claims to be here for a 2-week holiday, but this isn't his first time to Australia, and his record with immigration is far from clean.
The gentleman traveled in Australia in 2003. He was caught working unlawfully, so he was removed from Australia and he was subject to a 3-year exclusion period, and then now he's back to Australia. So what I need to know and to determine is what exactly he's going to be doing in Australia. Good morning. So what do you do in London?
Excavator driver. I'm self-employed.
So really for the next 3 months, you don't have any source of income for that?
No.
Okay. How much money did you bring with you?
Probably have about maybe $7,000 or $8,000 in the bank.
So during your stay in Australia, are you going to visit anyone or?
Just a woman I know from I rang her the last time I was here. I used to work for her before.
So Officer Emile will now call the woman to see if she can offer any clues as to his real intentions.
Is this a fruit-picking business? Did he talk to you about his visas, work visas, and all those stuff? I think that's all I need to know.
Officer Emil discusses the case with Supervising Officer Satinder.
He said like he's going to be staying in Sydney probably just 1 to 3 weeks.
On his passenger card, why did you put
He
down
said
3 months?
He said 3 months in the
Where is the
passenger
ticket?
card.
How long is the ticket for?
The ticket is actually for 3 months, but it's good for 1 year.
There are 2 pieces of evidence that are suggesting that he's here for 3 months.
Okay.
And his statement is, no, I'm not. Do you trust him then?
See much drug use?
In Perth, a swab of this passenger's belongings has indicated traces of MDA, a chemical which can be used in the manufacturing of ecstasy.
We've had a positive reading to MDA off your wallet. Do you know what that is?
A what?
MDA?
A what?
It's a precursor for MDMA. Did you see any drugs or have you been in contact with any drugs in the last 2 weeks at all?
No, I haven't, mate. I don't take drugs.
Okay.
I don't even sell drugs. Don't even take drugs.
You don't even sell drugs?
No. Well, that's what these guys are thinking.
I'm asking you if you've been in contact with any drugs
I
recently.
haven't,
I didn't
mate.
ask if you've been selling any.
No, I haven't, mate. I went to Bali for a trip, mate. That's all I did.
Yeah.
Went for a trip to have a route. That's all I did, mate.
Sure. Well, if that's the case, then you've got nothing to worry about.
well,
As I said, so far we've had a
I don't
positive
know
reading.
what's all this big deal is.
You seem really uneasy.
Yeah, because I don't like this bullshit that's happening.
If you've got nothing on you and you've got nothing to hide, then you've got nothing to worry about,
I've
do
got
you?
nothing on me.
Well, then relax. There's nothing to worry about then, okay?
Why pick me? Why? You know, there's about 600
And
people
there's other people out there being checked just like you as well.
Not
You're not being subject to any special treatment right now, sir.
An X-ray of the passenger's bag is all clear, so Scott consults his supervisor, Matt.
Have you finished with the bag repair?
Just about, yeah.
Okay, with any other readings or anything?
Just have the lot of MDA.
How long's it been over there for?
2 weeks, first time travel. Just the whole time pretty uneasy, nervous, so.
Officers decide there are still reasons to continue the search.
Yeah, but we just have some concerns, mainly in regards to the positive drug readings that we've had today.
Question 6, what does it say?
Any food?
Any food. Well done.
This student has failed to declare several packets of beef jerky that quarantine considers to be a high-risk product.
Did you know this was in your bag?
No.
Have you been into Australia before?
Yeah?
And what's this?
It's tea powder.
Tea powder.
Yeah, powder.
See, this is also food. You need to declare this. Has this got milk in it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is also a prohibited product. It can't come into Australia. Did you know this was in your suitcase?
Yeah, I know this.
You knew this was in your suitcase?
Yeah.
Okay, so why didn't you declare this? This is a prohibited product.
But I don't think it belongs to food.
Well, what do you do with it?
Just drink it.
Okay, so you drink it, so you
Yeah.
consume it,
But,
gives you energy,
yeah.
so therefore it's food, sir. If you put it in your mouth and eat it and drink it, in Australia, it's considered as food.
All right. Yeah.
How often do you travel?
About twice a year.
Okay. And you let your mum pack your bag?
Yeah.
Well, I'd probably suggest it's not a very good idea because it's going to cost you $220 today.
Customs and Border Protection in Perth is concerned this first-time passenger may be carrying narcotics.
We still do need to check if he has anything to hide or if he's putting on this front for any other reasons as well.
The passenger's belongings tested positive for traces of MDA, a chemical used to make ecstasy.
Arms out nice and straight. Okay, anytime you want me to stop the search, just tell me to. Okay, this is going to be a little bit personal.
Officer Michael can't find any concealed items, so the passenger is free to go.
Thank you, sir.
I'm against drug dealers myself, you know, but hey, you know, I'm not one. So
He has a theory about the traces of MDA in his
all
belongings.
the time. So maybe I was come in contact with or shook someone's hand that maybe he had a bit of drug in it on his hand or whatever. But no.
second working holiday visa extension.
Immigration suspects this Irish excavation driver may be planning to overstay his holiday visa. But officers could be satisfied that he will return if he can prove he has commitments back in the UK.
Landlord might be able to give us some indication how long is he
About
gone
his
for.
job and the job, yeah. Okay.
Job as well. And if the landlord knows that his lease is still continuing, he's just gone away for a short while, then we can trust perhaps.
Back in the interview room, the passenger provides Officer Emil with his landlord's details.
Are you still renting with this particular person?
I'm not, no. I moved out Saturday.
Where did you move?
I moved out of the house on Saturday. I can't see what the problem is. Like, it doesn't make no sense at all because I didn't overstay. But the last time I was here, so I can't see why.
The passenger is clearly upset about being questioned by immigration.
See, the point is,
Yep.
now the overwhelming evidence is that he's here for longer than 2 weeks that he's just claimed.
He's starting to be a little bit agitated now. So
That's all right. You can explain, look, you've been in breach, found in breach in the past.
Yeah.
And, we're too concerned that you're not going to do the same thing again.
Yeah.
Customs and Border Protection officers are busy assessing a number of passengers. But at bench 26, officers have been taken by surprise when a woman who has arrived off a flight from Vietnam suddenly removed her shoes.
I selected the passenger for a baggage exam. When she came off the flight, I noticed the clothing she was wearing wasn't matching the footwear she had. So I decided to bring her into the barrier and ask her a few more questions. When I asked her about her footwear, she then stumbled, so I called a supervisor to have a chat to her and to ask her if there was anything in the shoes, and she removed the shoes voluntarily.
Was she travelling by herself when you picked her up?
Yep. The whole time on her own from the steps, I saw her walking down, and then around the carousel, she wasn't talking to anyone.
Supervisor Mark takes the shoes to be x-rayed to find out why they made the woman so nervous.
As you can see on the footage here, it doesn't come right around the outside of the shoe as it should. Okay, as you can see in this shoe here, there appears to be a block. It's also up the top here. It's not all the same colour, so it appears to us that there is something moving around inside there as well.
In Sydney, an Irishman is struggling to understand why he's being questioned by immigration.
When you were in Australia in 2003, you were actually removed from Australia and you were on exclusion period for 3 years, okay? I need to actually satisfy myself that it's not gonna happen again. The second thing that I wanna talk to you is, on your passenger card, you actually indicated there that you wanted to stay in Australia for 3 months. But during the interview, a few minutes ago, you were telling me that you're only here for 2 to 3 weeks.
Well, it looked like I was telling lies then, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Although there is some evidence he may be here to work, he does have enough money to support his stay. So officers need to decide whether or not he's learned his lesson.
And he knows that it happened to him last time.
Yes.
If you breach your condition, you know the consequence of that.
Emil must now deliver his verdict to the passenger.
We are actually aware that you're actually here on this tourist visa.
Yeah.
And I will reiterate it again that this particular 976 doesn't give you the permission to work, but and I'm actually just giving you an immigration clearance today, which means I'm letting you go. Okay.
He's now cleared to begin his holiday, and this Irishman has already got his priorities sorted.
All I want to do is just go and have a beer, like, and go to bed, you know what I mean?
It's going to cost you $220 today for not declaring food.
How much is that?
$220.
220.
There's a fine involved when you fail to declare food coming into Australia.
In Melbourne, this student who has arrived from China is discovering it's probably not a good idea to let his mother pack his bag.
Kind of tea powder and jerky. I don't think I can get it in Australia because doesn't have it here. my mum did it, so sorry about it.
Looks like his mother's probably packed his bag. Happens a lot overseas in different cultures, so something that we have to take into account. OK, sir, because you have not been in trouble with quarantine before, I'm not going to fine you today.
Okay, thanks.
You need to be aware that when you come into Australia, you travel a lot, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you haven't travelled with this product before.
Okay.
Or your mother hasn't put it in your suitcase before.
Okay.
Just explain to your mum that it's important that if she puts something in your suitcase, she makes you aware of it, OK? So when you fill out the card, it allows you to make an informed decision on what you tick yes to, OK?
Yep.
Thanks very much.
Okay, thanks.
The passenger's also been given a brochure in Chinese, so his mum knows what she can and can't pack in his bag next time. Melbourne's mail facility is one of 4 gateways for all international mail arriving in Australia. And today, Customs and Border Protection Officer Nicole has discovered something out of the ordinary in this package sent from Hong Kong.
It's supposed to be shampoo and conditioner, so this one, as you can see here, is a little bit denser through here. This one tends to be a bit more consistent, and it's got the bubble there as well, which you would expect the sort of liquid items, they get that bubble in there. This doesn't have it, so I'd be very interested in checking this bottle out.
The inconsistent image is enough evidence for Officer Nicole to have the package opened by Australia Post so she can examine it further.
I'm just going to open the conditioner bottle first because that was the one that looked okay. So you can see that's conditioner, looks exactly like you'd expect conditioner to look. And then this is the bottle that showed the anomaly on the X-ray.
And it looks like the contents of this bottle isn't shampoo.
Yeah, you can see straight away that it looks like somebody's put something in there.
Your shoes have something inside.
In Sydney, Customs and Border Protection officers are investigating a woman who, without warning, removed her shoes.
The shoes have been x-rayed and we have found that there is an anomaly in the x-ray, which could mean there is a concealment in her shoes.
They're quite heavy. As you can see in there, the sole's been glued down. As you can see the white powder in there now, you just get in there and have a look at that.
An itomizer test will detect any traces of narcotics.
There you go, I've got a reading for heroin. That's what I expected it to be.
The passenger was referred to the AFP and taken into custody.
Yeah, you can see straight away that it looks like somebody's put something in there.
Officer Nicole has just discovered a strange consistency in shampoo sent from Hong Kong.
So I'll just run that around the rim of the bottle. So you can see there it's showing that ephedrine is present. So ephedrine, pseudoephedrine, they're both precursors for ecstasy. So what people do instead of bringing like ecstasy tablets in, they'll bring in the precursor and hope that it won't, you know, be detected, and then they make up the ecstasy here.
This positive result is a good indication of what's in the bottle, but it's not conclusive.
I've spoken to my supervisor and we're going to write it up as suspected ephedrine because there's definitely something in there. They'll be referred to our investigations department and they'll follow that up.
If it is confirmed as ephedrine, Customs and Border Protection investigators will conduct further inquiries. Australian Customs and Border Protection vessel Triton is patrolling the economic exclusion zone between Australia and Indonesia. The crew is on the lookout for any asylum seeker boats or foreign fishermen illegally poaching in our waters.
Triton is one of our bigger members of our fleet. It gives us a capability of having more boarding officers on board, in turn allowing us to board more vessels and apprehend them if they are doing the wrong thing.
While patrolling the vast area, the crew also use the time to train and sharpen their skills so they are ready for any potential scenario.
G2, in bursts of 5 to 10 rounds, expending all ammunition. Remaining ammunition, engage.
Engaging.
As well as weapons drills, the crew trains for any long-range rescue missions that the ACV Triton can often be called upon to perform.
So when they're ready, you release Reevesy, and then Billy and that will give you some slack.
Okay, slack.
Nice to pull it. Basically, we have to rely on the resources we've got on board. So all our officers are senior first trained and trauma trained, and we also have a medic on board that provides a medical backup as well.
As night falls, those skills will be put to the test in a very real situation.
Yeah, Northern Odyssey, Triton, Channel 16, how do you read?
A distress call has just come over the radio from an Australian vessel. Anyone arriving in Australia can be taken aside for questioning and baggage searches by Customs and Border Protection officers.
Have you ever been searched before?
Yeah.
Someone go through your bags before? Yeah.
This man regularly travels in and out of Australia and claims he runs a study abroad program to give Thai students an Australian education.
Who are you meeting in Melbourne? Why are you going to Melbourne?
My student.
Your student?
Yeah.
Have you got, do you know where they live? Have you got the address, their address, or?
I have mobile number.
Okay, what's this stuff here?
Yeah, this is my student.
Who are these, the students?
This one.
Okay. And these are all the students that are in Melbourne?
Yeah, Melbourne and Sydney.
His reasons for travel seem to check out, but officers have discovered he is travelling with a man who's also being questioned at another bench.
So what's he doing here?
He need to visit. I don't know. May I ask him for you?
No, so you tell me first. What do you think he's doing here?
The flight from Papua New Guinea has landed at Brisbane Airport.
It's got a woven basket here.
And this passenger's traditional items are presenting a few challenges for quarantine.
And you have lots of seeds here. Job's tear seeds.
It's a necklace.
The seeds could be prohibited, and he has other traditional jewellery that is made from some unusual materials that quarantine will need to look at.
What's this made of?
Hair.
What kind of hair?
Human beings' hair.
Human beings' hair.
This headdress is made from unclean feathers, possibly from an endangered species, and it may also pose a risk of introducing avian influenza.
Did you pack the bags yourself?
No, they were packed by my mother-in-law.
They were packed by your mother-in-law. All of the bags?
All the bags.
You have a lot of undeclared items here.
But I thought it comes under traditional costumes.
But this is a legal document, so anything that you write here, you're saying to be true and correct. And it says here, failure to answer any questions may have serious consequences.
anything about what he's doing? You tell me first. What do you think he's doing here?
Officers are interviewing this Thai man because he doesn't seem to know much about his travel companion.
You sat with him, you sat next to him on the plane? Same seat, next door?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he
My wife booked for him.
Your wife booked a ticket for you and him and next to each other?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he tell you anything else on the flight? What did he tell you about what he's doing here?
We just talked about in Thailand.
About what?
About where he lives.
Yeah.
What he doing the business.
It's a story officers are finding very hard to believe, and confirming it with his friend is proving tough.
His friend doesn't speak English very well, so we've put him in a room to have an interpreter on the phone so that we can communicate with him in his language. And we'll just keep continuing to question this guy at the barrier.
Put yourself in my shoes. I know that your wife, you said, booked the ticket for him. They come from the same province. Okay, you arrive on the same flight, the same day, but you don't know anything about what he's doing here.
A British backpacker has arrived with a second-year working holiday visa, and that means he has to prove he worked for at least 3 months in a regional area during his last stay in Australia.
We ended up in Townsville, where I worked around that area for, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 months, something like that.
Okay, and what were your duties?
Just maintenance work. I was painting fences, driving tractors, fixing doors, that sort of thing.
Can you give me the name of the employer?
I don't know the name of the employer. I couldn't tell you. Not at this very moment.
And what did this farm, what did it consist of? What produce?
I don't know all, I just know I remember mangoes.
His knowledge of the farm is not very convincing, and he's just as vague about details of the second farm he claims he worked at.
I don't know. I don't know what, it was just a farm. It was growing mangoes and other things as well, and I just wanted to...
Do you have a name of the company?
I can't remember.
Contact person that you work for?
I can't remember.
It's hard to believe a place where you work for weeks or a month and a half. You can't remember the name of the boss.
If he doesn't start coming up with proof that he actually worked on one of these farms, immigration will have no choice but to cancel his visa.
So did you really work at the farm?
A man arriving from Papua New Guinea has bags of traditional artefacts that are not only a quarantine risk, but some could be banned under CITES, which governs the trade in endangered species.
So you've got some items here. You've actually got monitor lizard, which could be a CITES issue. You've got bird of paradise down there. It's possibly a CITES issue. So we'll have to refer that to customs as well. You've got some Job's tears, which are actually prohibited weed seeds. These things we're going to check for insect infestation.
Quarantine will start by checking the grass skirts for any mites or insects.
I know there's a mite.
Okay, we have a mite infestation. That mite might have some sort of disease, or might be a different mite that we've got in this country and it's just unique to somewhere else. We don't want infestation of a foreign mite.
The man is here for a traditional ceremony, and he claims he had the grass skirts fumigated.
We've actually found mites and sockets inside your grass skirts, so your fumigation certificate's virtually useless. You've paid some money for a certificate that these guys hasn't been effectual in eradicating the insects from your artefacts.
Also, we have these seeds here. These are called Job's tears. They're not allowed into Australia either.
I think you can get rid of them.
For failing to declare prohibited items, Quarantine has decided to issue the man with a $110 fine.
And if I had known I was going to go through all this, I would have told my wife, I'm not going to bring anything down.
Customs and Border Protection may have some more bad news after checking if his drum is made from the skin of the endangered monitor lizard.
With this one here, under the Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species, this is an item that we need to seize.
Yes, also birds of paradise over here.
All right. If he's got it as chicken feathers as well. Yeah. Well, I'm confident that if he's got this on here as parrot feathers, then that's sufficient for us not to seize them under CITES. So it'll just be this.
Channel 10, how do you read? Northern Odyssey, Triton, Channel 16, how do you read?
Roger, Northern Odyssey, reading you loud and clear.
The crew of the ACV Triton are responding to a distress call they've just received from a nearby fishing vessel.
We're not too sure what the injury is, so I'm just going to launch a tender, send a couple of guys and a medic over there, make an appraisal of the situation, stabilise the patient, and then we'll go from there.
Officers must take every precaution when boarding the vessel. The last thing they want is another injured seaman. Once aboard, the medic enters the ship's living quarters to find the injured fisherman, and he appears to be in urgent need of attention.
You're being honest, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We have done some checks. We are happy with the passenger and his business. He does bring out students to visit Australia, so we're satisfied with that. But we are concerned with his companion today and his reasons for being here, so we're still doing further checks on his story.
Okay. Did he pay for any of your ticket? No?
No.
He paid for his ticket and you sorted out yours?
It's mean I pay by myself.
By yourself?
Yeah.
But the passenger in the interview room claims he gave this man $3,000 for his ticket. With this conflicting information, officers have no choice but to conduct a frisk search.
Right, I'm detaining you for a frisk search. All right, it's just to make sure that we're happy that you're not carrying anything on your body.
Apart from the contraband, officers are beginning to suspect the man could be here to work illegally, and so they'll also be looking for any documents that may prove this.
So you understand?
Yes.
And you do consent?
Yeah. Put your jacket here.
Feet apart and arms up like this for me. Just say stop at any time, okay?
Yeah, just go ahead.
The frisk search is all clear, yet the story of his fellow traveller is anything but.
The situation is, what you're telling me and what this other gentleman is telling me,
Different.
they're very different. Yeah, and they're not making sense to me, okay? So what I would like to do now, I'm going to take you up now and speak to immigration, okay? And I want to have a further talk to you and try to clarify the situation.
Pack him up.
They're not telling us what we want to know. We don't believe what they are telling us. We believe that the companion is here to work and we can refer them back to the Department of Immigration for further checking.
This man from the UK claims he worked for 3 months in regional Australia on his previous visit, but he can't remember much about where or when.
I don't know. I don't know the dates. I don't remember names. Can't remember. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. No, I don't.
I believe that he may not have worked at the places he stated on his application form, considering he does not remember the name, the person, people he worked with, not even his supervisors. So there are big concerns there, yeah.
He says he worked on 2 different farms, but his visa application said he worked on the same farm twice.
Any reasons for that?
No, I'll be honest. These ones at the end, they only paid cash in hand.
No, but on your application form you did state that you worked for the same company twice.
Yes, I did.
Does that mean that you're lying on your application form?
All right, I'm lying that I didn't work for them at the end, but I worked for another company.
That's providing misleading information to the department.
Okay, well, I should have put that in. Sorry, I didn't realise.
He did manage to remember that he thought the farm produced mangoes, but immigration has made a few checks.
I look up this farm. They're not growing mangoes.
Daniel's digging himself into a very deep hole.
Did you ever work on a farm at all?
Yes, I did. I don't know how many times you want me to tell you that I did. I did.
Customs and Border Protection officers play an important role preventing prohibited items from entering the country.
So you're returning from Thailand?
Yeah.
And today, in Melbourne, they've pulled aside two men who were returning home from a boys-only holiday.
The two gentlemen have got some boots which we believe might be snakeskin. Firstly, we need to find out if that is real snakeskin and if it is a protected species. Secondly, we need to find out where they purchase the items, and then we'll take it from there, basically.
Did you think that the boots that you're bringing to Australia, did you think that they might not be allowed?
No. If you bring something from your country, bring it out and bring it back in, what's, you know what I mean? What's the problem with it, you know?
Okay, so
and also with their face, you know, if you get told their face, things like that, you know.
Can you take them out for me, one of them? Can I have a look?
One of each. Can I come around there and you can have a look at it? Do I have to take it off?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's a bit awkward to get on, that's all.
Yeah, it's just difficult to get them off, but that's fine. I'm going to take them off.
Yes, please.
Customs and Border Protection enforce controls on the international trade in endangered species of wildlife products. And some species of cobra are protected under this pact.
Okay.
Serious? Yeah. Oh, not my toe.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
We just got one of our guys from the office here to just come and classify and clarify that they are.
If they are made of endangered snakeskin, there's a chance the men could be in trouble and their expensive boots could be confiscated.
That's probably real. I've got a second opinion.
Yeah.
In Australian waters off Darwin, crew from the ACV Triton are attending to an injured fisherman after they received a distress call over the radio.
So, how did you do this?
Just working like...
He was working on the deck and he hit his shin a couple of days ago. Got infected from all the juice off the bait and that, and it blew up about yesterday morning, wasn't it, Bruno?
Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, it's infected, it's raised up a little bit swollen, so we'll just give it a quick clean up now. We'll put a dressing on it and then we'll do a bit more back at the ship, okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Good as new. We're going to transfer them over to the tender and we should be alongside Triton in about 10 minutes, over.
All right, thank you. All right, see you later, fellas.
Looking at the situation, I would say that he made the correct call to us. It is a fairly bad infection, so on the day I think he did the right thing.
The guys know what they're doing, so thank you very much.
Remember on the beginning when I counselled about telling and providing false information, misleading information, there are penalties. I mean, are you telling the truth? Yes. Did you work on the farm?
I did work on the farm, and like I say, if I can get proof for you, then I will do.
In Sydney, Daniel's been grilled for hours by immigration officers about his past jobs in Australia.
Listen, I don't want to answer any more questions. If you want me to go, then I'll go. If you don't, then fine.
But Officer Aruna wants to know how he's sourced the information on his visa application form.
And what's this information from?
Actually, no. I tell you what it was. It was from a friend who I worked with for the company. Obviously, he sent me the wrong farm details. He's worked on 3 or 4 farms. He's probably sent me the wrong ones, that's all I'm saying.
Did you really work at the...
Yes, I did. I did.
That means that you've never worked at the place that you've stated on your application form?
Well, obviously, if it's not that far away, no. Because I've worked at this one.
And then you don't have any information about that particular farm that you worked at?
No, I don't.
Where does that leave me?
Well, it leaves us both in a bad position, doesn't it? So...
Well, I need to sort of discuss this now.
Can I just leave? How do I get a flight back to Egypt?
If officers decide to cancel Daniel's visa, he'll be sent back to Cairo on the airline that brought him here.
I only came as a passing visit. I applied for the visa a year ago almost. I don't think she's going to obviously let me in. I don't think I'm going to be allowed to go into Australia, but I don't blame her at the same time if it's the information on the application compared to, you know, what I did, it's wrong on the application, and that's my fault for cutting corners and getting information off my mate.
These two men were surprised to find that their snakeskin boots have gotten them into trouble with Customs and Border Protection.
So, well, we're trying to encourage protection of certain species worldwide, in Australia, overseas, in different countries. Certain species of snakes are protected. So we're trying to put the word out, basically. These items shouldn't be brought in, and just to think about what you're purchasing in the future, I guess. The actual boots feels like real snakeskin. I then got someone else to clarify it, and their conclusion was that it was a real snakeskin product.
Further checks revealed that the cobra species is not on the endangered list.
All right, I'll just explain what's happening.
Yeah.
Now, you've said that you purchased these items in Australia and taken them out with you on your trip.
Yeah.
Brought them back in, basically,
Yeah.
And because we can't determine whether or not you have actually purchased them in Australia without producing receipts, etc., documentation, they're technically an importation again. So on this instance, we'll give you a caution notice.
Right.
However, if it was to happen again, we would have to take some further action where you could have these items seized.
This is the first time this has happened to me.
You can sign in.
The boys are lucky to have only received a caution.
You walk into a club like these in Melbourne, someone's going to notice you.
Your wishes, baby.